FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
We definitely can win the war in Afghanistan. Now look at this. This war has been distorted. It became the good war in the rhetoric leading up to the presidential election. Iraq became the bad war. And as a result of that, there's a lot of...
One thing I'm interested in there, you're anticipating a question. Let me just ask you now. That's for sure the case. On the Democratic side, Afghanistan is where we should be concentrating. Iraq was a mistake. On the Republican side, it was almost the other way around. We've got to win in Iraq. We've got to win in Iraq. Afghanistan, we can worry. What is that, just politics? Or was one side actually correct about it, more correct than the other?
Well, I think it's true. If I could take the politics out of it, we had to finish what we had started and the momentum we had achieved in Iraq. And in Iraq, it is about a peacekeeping mission now and political maturity and growth, and less about security. The insurgencies defeated, the Al-Qaeda are defeated. In Afghanistan, it was always a secondary mission because of the scale of the mission in Iraq. And when the Taliban reemerged a couple of years ago, they started to get some traction because we just did not have enough resources, principally troops, but also the money that we were putting in there, the training of the Afghan National Army. Now, all that said, there is not a major calamity in Afghanistan. There is a rising Taliban influence, and the momentum is moving in a negative direction. That is true, but it's not threatening the legitimacy of the regime. They're not about to overthrow the country. It was not anywhere near the scale of problem we had in 2006. That doesn't diminish the problem.
Iraq in 2006.
Yeah,
right.
in Iraq in 2006. It doesn't diminish the problem. We do have a problem, but it is not of crisis proportions that many would have us believe. And I also, in looking at it and analyzing it, it is very doable. It'll take us a couple of years to shift priorities from Iraq, which are appropriate now to do, to Afghanistan. We have to decide what is our strategy. It's appropriate that the President is doing that. It's appropriate that Dave Petraeus is doing that. We have to put a joint campaign plan together in support of that. We should take the time to be thoughtful about how we do that. We have to get our headquarters organizations better aligned than what they are. And then we must increase the forces, that's true. But we also have to increase civilian capacity, and we have to put some money into this place. And in time, we can stabilize that country and drive the Taliban, not out of it, but drive them to a negotiating table with the reconcilables among them. There'll be some irreconcilables, just like we have in Iraq, that you'll never be able to deal with.